Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Ascension. We have made it to Ascension 16, where the goddess Tueris takes her third time onto the stage. But this will not be her final time, because the goddess, my favorite master, will be our Ascension 20 character. So I thought that since we're going to see her super tryhard mode for that, let's try a little bit of memery with the Sarcophagus Maat. This is my least used Sarcophagus, but I think we can make him useful. It could be funny, too. That's all. That's what we're here for, right? The funniness. Ascension 16 increases the training price of monsters by 20%. Now, Tueris herself can reduce the blood cost for training monsters, and I do like this talent, but we are going for this one, where monster attacks that deal morale have a 50% chance of applying demoralization, because the whole idea is buying time. Will we succeed? There's only one way to find out. Now the day... Ooh. What if I reroll this? There we go. The star of today's show is Maat. Of course, the three sarcophagi here all roll their random effects, and the apply 3 random bonuses to the master is my least favorite one. So I just rolled it a few times to get one of the other ones. I do like this one, which Horus rolled. Good old Horus. He was last time's star, but I will accept the Terrified. Now, our star today, Maat. I consider him sort of a meme. He is my least used sarcophagus, but his whole shtick is that he can consume your tears to do stuff, such as summon 2 random mummies. Most mummies do morale damage. There's like 1, 2 that do like HP damage. Just HP damage. Maybe it's just the crow. But we'll find out how RNG smiles upon us today. You can also consume 20 tears to gain 2 more turns of invulnerability, which could be very useful. And of course, while there are mummies out and about, you can just bomb the backline, which will give you more tears if they run away. So my thought process here is that we're here to delay for Maat to do RNG-tastic things. So that's what the team's all about. Allow me to name the... Hi, Bob. Great name. Allow me to name the team, and I'll get back to you. Now, it was kind of strange doing a morale/demoralization build without using skeletons, but I thought I'd shake things up a little bit. So in room 1, we have just mummies. I'm not sure this is how the room layout's going to be, but it is how it is right now. We have the Necrolith. We used this last time, and I kind of liked it. I kind of did. It gives us a tanky boy, who also gets some wraps when he's punched, but his AoE attack should meet the requirement for a YOLO demoralization, so that will be fun. We also have Unbridled, my favorite tanky boy, and the longer he's alive, the more wraps he gets, the more great things happen. And we have Imhotep. Imhotep is very important to this build, because he can, of course, heal his friends and turn all of their penalties into wraps. So hopefully, he can survive. Hopefully, we can just have a room that lives forever, or long enough to generate enough wraps that we dunk on people. Room 2, we have Sir Gracule. When you think of a tanky boy, you gotta think of the possessed armor, and that's why he's here. We have David Jones. David Jones is not exactly a tanky boy, but he delays probably better than any other unit, just because he can resurrect his friends. So that's the plan. And of course, the one, the only, Bob, the blobfish, whose name was actually Bob this time. I didn't have to rename him. I love Bob in the second room due to his passive, where he just gains a bunch of armor and resistance if people have low morale, which is the plan. As for our traps, we're rocking 2 Tueris unique traps, one that does AoE morale damage and applies shell to the next group, and the one that does morale damage to the front and applies wraps to the next group of monsters, which we of course manipulate quite well. As for our weeks, kinda sucks that we rolled no events in week 2, but I think we just have to accept this and move on. Our YOLO artifact is the Crystal Skull, which gives a 25% chance that monsters defeated come back to life as a skeletal warrior. Just adding to that infinite delay. Holy shite, that is a lot of money. Necrolith, why are you so expensive? Well, I don't know who's most important to this plan, to be honest, but I'm gonna go with Necrolith is really good for this scheme. The longer Necrolith gets punched, the better we're all going to be. With the 0 funds, it doesn't matter where we go. We can check how much this is to upgrade. 240. 180. Not great, but not bad. A wizard with a strange hat has fallen from the sky and landed in the entrance hall. He was carrying a magical artifact. Sekhmet's scepter. We actually used this last time. To great efficacy. But unfortunately, we need tears, which means we need to do morale damage, which means this is not usable. So we will sell it. For money. Speaking of money, these suit and tie vampires are here to collect taxes. However, blood is more valuable than golden coins to them. It could even grant you a monetary compensation in exchange for blood collection, and you would exceptionally be exempted from taxes. Money. Give me the money. Alrighty. Our first combat, it is this one. Because I ain't no craven coward, there would be a bonfire. But, how are we feeling about the teams? Feeling good. My ice resistance is a little lacking. Perhaps David Jones should be in the front. Perhaps. We will bring Necrolith. Or keep Necrolith in the front. And Imhotep. So I guess we're swapping these two. Alright. Anubarak and David Jones are swapping places. And we are heading in. Having David Jones and Imhotep in the same room might be a little sketch. But we'll just go from here. Here we go. The first combat of Ascension 16. Which of course is a bonfire. Well, this is a curious situation that also happens to be our greatest weakness. This entire team does AoE damage. Are you kidding me? Leading the charge is the ninja. We will go ahead and embalm here, which will give bonus reps to the Necrolith, who now has 7, turn 1. That's pretty good. Yahara made it. The ninja dealing AoE nature damage, which we are kind of resilient against, which is nice. You don't have negative nature resist? You do. Perfect. Perfecto. Ah, the dreaded ninja. We did get one skeleton out of this, but not really helpful to our plan. The shitty Shamanana is here dealing AoE fire damage. She will, of course, be healing her friends as well, but that's not that important. And the Valkyrie, attacking everyone with air damage. Done. Not quite. Necrolith has a lot of nature resist, but not so much... Actually, he has really good resistances. Okay, I'll take that back. The shitty Shamanana did, in fact, get punched really good. My skeleton warriors are doing way more damage than I thought they would. Ninja's pretty weak, though, to physical attacks, so it makes sense. I'm not going to kill this guy, am I? I need tears, game. There's the heal. Ah, the campfire. Now, Maat. We have 0 tears, of course, which means all I can do is spam this ability. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Is there a reason you got a random buff? Removes 2 stacks from a random bonus applied to each tile. No. Good thing it doesn't apply to invulnerability. Thankfully, Maat, even at his most basic, not useful level, Maat was able to buy enough time for everyone else to get ready for a crumpening. Farewell. I believe his ice attack is going to do so much damage now. I believe. Punchy punch. She should be dead, actually. Anubarak. Not quite. Bob, no. Wow. They made it through. I told you, AoE, massive AoE is our biggest weakness. So, hey, we got a shell out of this. Alright, I guess we're going for the mummies. Just rip that. Now, ironically, Toeris, this AoE stuff is great for Toeris, because they aren't doing a whole lot of damage to her. Kind of surprising her nature resistance is so low, but that's alright. We have our tears, we made it out. Oh, some great choices here. Some phenomenal choices here. Oh, I think we go with Cthulhu. I know. Ragnarok is amazing. Ragnarok is great. But Cthulhu provides the all-unique, not unique, but the very rare fire plus ice resistance. And of course, if he makes someone run away, or if someone runs away, he heals. So that's good. 562 gold in the pocket. And choices. So many choices. We could tap this merchant here under the hope, the illusion that we buy somebody. You know what? Maybe we will. And we actually got really good and cheap choices out of the first roll. Do we try it again? A second Gracule and Queen Ajara. We'll just buy Gracule. I don't actually have a name for a second one of you. But of course, Yogg-Sothoth and Dobby. Bertrand, huh? You know, we can just leave that. That's fine. That is fine. This provides us with lots more options, and options are good. Now, I'm a little concerned about losing 224 more hit points. Not overly concerned, but a little concerned. But it's also expensive as heck to level people up, so let's go do it, shall we? What could go wrong? After the engineer, Le Engineer, there are a few people I would like to upgrade, Imhotep being one of them. Now, Dobby is actually really good, despite having 0 hit points. I really like Dobby, so he might end up being a pivotal part of our strategy. Good old Dobby here. At level 2, morale dealt double if the target is afflicted by at least 2 penalties. So that means he likes to be with, he likes to be protected by Sir Gracule. Who doesn't, really? One of your employees can go do stuff and things. No, Sir Gracule. Tears are tears, my friend. And I need a lot of them. So off you go. An artifact. An artifact. Sure, that's a Fountain of Youth. We are overly concerned about that. As for our strategy, I liked the room setup. You know, except for the fact that David Jones and Imhotep got crumped immediately. That was not so great. So I think we're going to leave it. Really. Our resistances look mostly measured. Mostly good. Cthulhu probably is more useful in the back, if I had to guess. But, I think we'll leave it like this. And we'll go on and take the veterans once again. This time their resting room will not have failed them. Well, the ninja, of course, was the first combat, so his big brother has come to avenge him. Once again, the shadow is here. And I am concerned for Necrolith's well-being. I wish I could delay turns. You don't know how badly I wish I could. But hey, it is what it is. Let's get an embalm here to help Necrolith out. The Shadow attacked the front with loads of nature damage, which Necrolith resists well. The problem, of course, is the bonus damage he deals at max life. Alas, he has fallen. Joined by the Onimusha attacking the front. Again, are you sensing the trend? With loads of fire damage, which I believe deals more damage if no one is defeated, which no one was. And you are immune to demoralization. It kind of sucks. And of course, the Virtuoso, the Supreme Nuisance. We have 2 of them here today. The Supreme Nuisance himself, dealing AoE physical damage and applying bleeding. This first room I wasn't really confident in, but at least we can bomb the Shadow 2 out of oblivion. Like, that was my goal. And it worked. So, our first YOLO of the day. The Call of Eternity. Ooh, we got some good choices. Some good choices, some tank thicky boys. Renekton. I'm gonna have to do this. That increases his demoralization stacks, that's pretty cool. Renekton is here leading the charge, joined by another Necrolith. I don't really want to Divine Protection. I do. But I don't. But I do. We'll think about it next turn. Doubles the tears gathered from the target at the end of the dungeon if the target flees. So that only affects the back line. It is unlikely that he is going to flee. I might do this. Alright, we'll do it just to show it off, because I don't know if I'm going to do it again. You can see our little tier button, our tier number here. Now, unfortunately, not doing a whole lot with good old Necrolith 2.0. We might be able to get a run on the Virtuoso. We might. I hope. Come on, Virtuoso. Fall. Yes! Double the tears. Beautiful. Marvelous. And thus, that's Maat at work. Everyone died before they even reached the second room. Well. Everyone died before they reached the second room. I love Dobby's speed. The Black Pearl. Neptunians transfer their bonuses to a random monster of the group when they are defeated. Interesting. Does this mean... Okay, so I'm not overly interested in the other artifacts. The homeopathic poison is hybrid, which, as mentioned, we don't really want to do because we need tears. The bewitched glove, again... I wonder... Actually, hold on. Does this affect morale damage? I don't... For some reason, I want to say no. But also, we do AoE, like, hybrid damage with the Necrolith, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I think someone told me repeatedly that this does. Anyway, I'm curious about something for science. The Black Pearl. Will this... This will obviously transfer wraps, I think. But will the wraps go off and then transfer, or will they just go off, be removed, and not be transferred? Is the question. We also have Shell, of course, going on, so... Not completely a waste of a talent. Sir Gracule is not present. Can I level 2 people? I cannot. I'm 3 gold off being able to, but I cannot. That kind of sort of sucks. Anubarak surviving multiple turns is very helpful for his game plan. So what if we level him up? Anubarak. You were an annoying boss fight. Once upon a time. Now, I'm not sure he's going to reach level 4. But he does become a pretty thick boy. 200 hit points, look at that. His only real weakness being fire, which I understand. I understand. Fire is scary. Alrighty, sure. My, you are expensive, Anubarak. There's a black market. So I'm going to tap this merchant. And we're going to buy those 2 units. Hey, that was convenient. Now, at the Alchemist, I would love to convert some of my tears to blood, but I'm not sure how many I'm going to need for the champion. So we're going to hold. We're going to hold. A wandering troubadour offers to sing for your employees in exchange for a modest sum. With the right employee, you could convince it to sing for free. Unfortunately, I have 4 gold. So we are selling you. Gracule returns in 3 turns, so I'm a little concerned about selling Bertrand. Selling you. I just realized that all of our purchases were actually pretty useful. That's an awkward thought. I guess we technically do not need Bertrand, so we can sell Bertrand. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to sell David Jones for a cool 500 Gs. And I did. Alrighty, let's make sure our teams are good to go. They're all nice and balanced, like all things should be. Mostly. Mostly, yes. Okay, well. Gracule would be amazing in Room 2, but right now we just do not simply possess him. Here we go. The first champion who, of course, has a bonfire. We'll make it through, though. We will make it through. Our first champion is the Archmage, who rolled Enhanced Resistance. Not that big of a deal for us. Yogg, I do wish you were a slightly higher level. You get Flame Shield from that, bruh. Anyway, the Archmage will be attacking the front with ice damage, which we are quite resilient against, which is in fact nice. I like that a lot. Oh, we made it. We did not make it. Darn it, Cthulhu. And he is joined by the Concertus, the supreme nuisance of a slightly weaker version, dealing AoE physical damage, which was the huge danger of our build, unfortunately. Did not like that. And the Harpooner, who conveniently, just gonna break beneath the flame shield here, conveniently was hitting the person who had the most ice resistance. You're gonna take forever to kill these stupid skills. Okay, never mind. Good, good, good. Now, unfortunately here, I think the Harpooner is gonna be the last person alive, which is not ideal. This campfire sucks. But we pray to the dark god of RNG, and we acquire. Okay. Amenhotep has arrived. We are going to Divine Protection. Probably not going to Divine Protection again, but Amenhotep got one tapped. That sucks. The Call of Eternity. That's some good damage. Good damage from Dubby. Aww, Cabelia got one shot. Dubby, do it again. Dubby is free. Because he's dead. Get it? Now we could Call of Eternity once more. And I think we will. Oh, look at that. Anubis. Hello. Feline Roar. Now, we're winning, but the question is, at what cost? You know? Some beautiful hybrid damage there from Anubis. Because we've consumed a load of tears to make this happen. But, it happened. That's why I'm not a huge fan of Maat. But, hey. If we did it, does it really matter how we did it? You know? I say not. Oops, nope. Just means we're not going to have a whole lot of, resources. Alrighty. Abaddon, you are not helpful here. The Gruesome Surprise could be helpful, though. And I guess that's what we're going to take. Don't use this trap very often, but there's always a time and a place for everything. Now, speaking of a time and a place for everything, I think it's time we buy some stuff. Arachnarok has joined us. Murozond has joined us. Great trap. Phenomenal trap. Okay, sure. Look at all the fat money we're spending. I'm confident. Just endlessly confident. Look at it. So we are going to name Arachnarok, because I would like to use her. And there is one more character we got that I like, and that is, of course, Murozond. But I don't know if we'll actually be using Murozond. He might be sold. We will see. And now we get to choose. Ooh. I believe the Glyph of Maat is unique to Maat. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Which means mummies summoned by the Call of Eternity gain Raps 2. This should gain the talent, right? Where the mummies do bonus damage based on their Raps. Applies 2 random bonuses to the next group of monsters when the sarcophagus is destroyed. Could be good. You know what? Let's take the Glyph of Maat. Why not? An artifact. An artifact. Put you away, take you. Put you away. As good as you are, Imhotep, you do need some recovery. A recovery moment, as they say. I probably should put Brutalis, in room 2. Which means I should press the correct buttons. We'll even bring Yuki to room 1. I'll name her. She might be useful. Probably not, but she might be. You never know. Alrighty. Here we go. What's the hardest fight? This one. For another artifact. Yeah, sure, whatever. Now, I'm actually trying something a little different. And that is, of course, that I don't like the knight. So I'm going to try and yeetus deletus the Knight Roland. Because what is a king before a god? Combined with the Terrified from the Trap, the guaranteed crit rates from Yuki, I'm hoping to just delete him. And it's going pretty well. If only your morale attack was on the front. But anyway, the Knight Roland dealing loads of physical damage to the front, deleting poor Yogg-Sothoth. I put Cthulhu down because I was hoping he would die before, or run away before Cthulhu died and thus gain healing, but it is what it is. How we doing? Anubarak and Anubis, once again. Joined by the Hellbringer, who has her very strange trait of ricocheting her attack, oddly enough. Doing loads of ice damage, which was kind of annoying to work around, but hey, we did it. It is what it is. The Scales of Justice. And the Valkyrie dealing AoE air damage. They're dying so quickly, I can't even talk about them. Ooh, you get one more turn. I'm so proud of you. Now, we should get double tears from that, I think. Because they ran away during this combat. I'm not sure how that works. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So here we go. A glorious victory, Maat. Proving to be wondrous. Monsters placed at the front stay at 1 life instead of dying once per fight. Well, for someone who's trying to delay, that sounds amazing. I also don't remember ever seeing this. So, great. I'll take it. We have 326 gold, and what do you know? I spy with my little eyes a black market. A headhunter is here to show you a promising monster he has spotted on the job market. Captain Jack Sparrow. Unfortunately, Captain Jack, I cannot afford you, and you are not a part of our strategy today. We'll keep Yuki. Actually, I should just rename this one. Efficient. Goodbye, Brutalis. You know what? We're not playing with Murazan today. All right. I think we're good. A whopping 1,200 gold in the pocket. You love to see it. Hikari. No. I think it's that spelling. I think. Yuki. Now, it might behoove me to tap this therapist. And I think I'm going to, because then I never have to say hello to the therapist again. And I'm kind of rich, so we will extend this for 188 gold. Everyone is good. If Yogg is upset, we can just send him away for a little bit. And we are going for a master bonus. A Sacred Altar really blows, but I think we're just strong enough to not worry about it. I liked Yuki in room 1. That was an interesting strategy. She was incredibly weak, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm getting really sick and tired of this particular individual because the shadow has appeared once again. I thought about trying the just deleting strategy that we attempted last time, but ultimately I decided against it because the shitty shaman is here as well, dealing AoE fire damage, which most of my deleting characters were weak against. The Berserker's Handbook has kept Necrolith alive once more, which means the Invoker is going to get the kill, which will ricochet. Yeah, but Cthulhu is alright with it. He kind of likes fire. That is alright. You are not immune to demoralization, which is interesting, but at the start of each turn, people do get 2% of their morale back, but it doesn't matter because we're a demoralization build. You know what else doesn't matter? Our demoralization stacks here, because they're going to cleanse them. But the shadow is almost dead. Yep, I'll do your starting stuff. How are we doing? Imhotep up front, not great. Well. What you gonna do? When they come for you, bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So, if I spawn someone else, they're probably just going to die to the shadow. Unless it's Dobby. Because, of course, Dobby is faster than the shadow. I can Divine Protection to just keep tanking. Let's try it. Because, of course, we're taking the 2 highest damage, which is letting Anubarak just kind of whittle away that character. I also just realized that our spawned units are level 4. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I think I can get rid of her. Which will kind of help this room. Kind of. If I can, in fact, get rid of her. Yep. Beautiful. Alright, that's good enough for me. Only took 30 tears, but we got her dead. Oh, hey. It'd be great if that stun carried over. But it will not. This is actually kind of bad for me because they are healing their morale every... Wow. Am I really going to kill him? I guess I just take it if I do. Nah, okay. Should I try? Oh, right. That is Earth nature damage, which he is very resilient against. So let's see how this one goes. Fucking hell. 7 poison into 7 wraps is a pretty good deal, I think. Fire is, of course, Anubarak's only weakness. Did he actually proc for that? I don't know. He might have. Nope, there's the Berserker proc. He might actually die to this, so it was probably not worth doing that. Yeah, it wasn't. Darn. But hey. Bob falls. Bob rises. Once again. From the grate. Please just stun him. Don't kill him. Okay. Good enough for me. Oh, the wrap's almost... Well, he only had 1 wrap, so it wasn't that bad of a deal.
I know a way to pull you...
How dare you interrupt me? Bruh. Are you really not dead? Really not dead? Okay. Let's... Ooh. This is a good one. Goldthor's Blessing increase might actually just make it worth to pop that instead of the other thing. It's probably trainer time. I have a shitload of money. So... But no blood. But that's okay. You... Beautiful. With our amount of people, we can do some business trips. We can also... So let's business trip into plunder. What do we got? The Night Meme Catcher. Of course we do. Why not? Blood, thank you. That's very useful. We don't have to touch the Alchemist for this now. And I guess we go plunder. Oh, you chose some very sketchy people. Let's upgrade a trap. Come on. Your volunteers have forced an engineer to make a trap for them, and to serve as a guinea pig for said trap. Test results? Highly conclusive. They have even brought a researcher back who has been spared in exchange for a trap upgrade. They have emerged unscathed. A level 3 modified fan. It's beautiful. Truly wonderful. It would be worth getting this to level 5, but I actually don't think I have enough money. I legitimately don't think I do. So, we are instead going to touch this event. You are invited to a work lunch with your employees. They are chanting your name when your turn to pay for everyone comes. What will you pay for? Plus one motivation for everybody, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 monsters would benefit. For plus one motivation for 100 gold or 15 blood. I don't think this is worth it at all. So we're going to ignore that. We're, of course, going to fight this champion, who gets a Fountain of Youth, which will not avail them. Now, how did we feel about the team? I'd like Imhotep in room 1, I think. Maybe. Possibly. That would help them survive a little bit longer. But he does want to be with Sarcophagus. What if we swap the rooms? Bob does want to be in room 2, though. What is the weakness of this room? That. Alright. We have thick boys up front. And the cleanup crew in the back. Let's give this a shot. Let's see how it goes. Let us fight our second champion. I realized, a little late of course, that Imhotep is not in room 1. Yeah, I saw Dobby and was like, oh yeah, the Magus is up front. He is not. He's not up front. Because our starting champion is the Hoplite. Not starting, our second champion. Whatever he is. The Hoplite is going to do lots of bad things. He is going to be attacking the front with physical damage and ricocheting for 100% of the damage that it deals. Which is an important stipulation, actually. Because that means that no matter how much armor you have in the second position, the damage is calculated based on the armor in the first position. And of course, he breaks armor, because why not? Speaking of breaking armor, he is joined by the Berserker, who is dealing loads of physical damage to the front, and, you guessed it, breaking more armor. That's why the Imhotep would have been amazing. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I know what I said about Goldthor's Blessing, but I'm actually going to do the demoralization here. Because I am afraid. Just a wee bit. A wee bit afraid. Camelia's going to actually put in a lot of work here, assuming that she gets to survive. Which is kind of 50-50 at this point, I think. Scales of Justice. See if we can get rid of this Valk. Who is the last person joining them, dealing AoE air damage. Now, Maat is probably going to carry this once again. He is also going to have to Divine Protection. Camellia. No! Well. The Call of Eternity. What do we got? We got the incredibly fast Dobby. We're going to make it run away. Very good. And we have a Renekton, who is actually going to deal a lot of damage with Demoralization of the Soul. 12 stacks of Demoralization. Goodbye. Farewell. You lose. With the Scales of Justice, can we do this? Maat will fall. But Renekton lives. Boom shakalaka. Game, I don't want Abaddon. I want Amenhotep. Well, I mean, I guess we'll take Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is kind of a hybrid character, but he is at least still pretty good. I really hope he doesn't just kill people, but he might. He might do that. Now, with our 508 gold, I am actually going to upgrade our modified fan to its maximum capacity. I did have the fan down in front of Toeris. I could even upgrade this, but I think we're going to save our cash. We're on week 31, which means that we can business trip people semi-safely for this. What is this? Monsters other than mummies have a 20% chance of becoming random mummies when defeated. Huh. Interesting. That would be Necrolith gone. I like Necrolith. So let's take a look at our monsters that are not mummies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are the chances that they are in combat, though? Because I've used a lot of mummies. Typically 2 members of the group are mummies, so that's probably not ideal. Instead, we're going to go get more blood for the blood god. for Sir Gurakul. He will be back before the next champion fight, I believe. I hope. Possibly. We could also tap this merchant, although we do have a trainer coming up, and it would be nice to get some level 4s. It would be nice. So I think we're going to hit this event scribe trainer. The doctor just had a brilliant idea. Why not cynically gather blood or tears directly from your employees? A brilliant suggestion, doctor. It is going to hurt my thing, but we like tears. Tears are great. There is a black market. I probably should have tapped the merchant, but who knows. Wraps at the start of the fight. 20% damage taken is returned to the assailant and the sarcophagus power. Now, I believe the talent for the number of wraps increases damage specifically states monsters and master. I believe that might not be true. And I like Glyph of Spine, but unfortunately, we like to have a unit in front of Maat so the Glyph of Spine won't be getting a huge amount of value. So I think we're just going to take the power so that we can bomb the backline a little bit more. I don't really want to sell anybody. Our motivation is starting to creep up on us, however. Let's get a level 4, shall we? The question is, what level 4 do we desire? A level 4 Imhotep is pretty sick. Let's do that. I believe level 4 Imhotep heals for 20% of max life instead of 10, yes, and Demoralization 2 when a monster is defeated. He also has slightly more hit points, so he is less likely to fall over himself. Good, 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 good. Again, I'd like this black market, but there's nothing I really want to sell. I mean, I could sell Yogg. Maybe I'll get an event for motivation. Hey, look at that. A giant worm has oozed its way into the lower levels of the dungeon. What will you do with it? Once you have killed it, offer it to my wonderful employees who have served us so very well. Now, it is not ideal for us to go to a business trip because we are 8 weeks off the end. So let's tap this sanctuary. See what we can see. Well, the most valuable thing here is 3 demoralization to enemies upon entering the dungeon. You'd love to see it. This is for 15 weeks, right? Yes, good. That'll be there until the end. And I could hit this event, but I am afraid a little. But let's do it anyway. During a break, you played the famous fantasy role-playing game Houses and Humans with your employees. They've learned a lot about themselves. Fantastic. Free motivation for days. Imhotep is going to room 1. I have not forgotten. Yggdrasil. Probably room 2. We'll bring Necrolith up to add to the tanky boys. Dobby can go back to room 2. I had those guys swapped to my heads. My head. My heads. What? And I think that is that. Okay. Sir Gurakul would, of course, be in room 1 as well. If, he ever returns. Alright. Let's go smack for our 4th and final artifact. There is a bonfire here, but, honestly, probably better for us than the Sacred Altar. Probably. I realize there are a few resistances here that, leave a lot to be desired. But leading the charge is the Knight Arthur. But what is a king before a god? And hopefully he simply breaks, upon the chitin. The chitin of Anubarak. Unfortunately, this enrage was way more damage than I expected. I should have known. Should have known better. But I forgot. He is joined by the shitty Shamanin, who is, of course, dealing AoE fire damage, and the Mamluk, who will be attacking the back with air damage. No one revives the skeleton. Unfortunate. Our first trap is the disaster. Whatever that's called, I forgot already. The Hanging Man. Because I wanted to get rid of the knight. I'm sure you can't blame me. Double rare. Oh. Oh. Unfortunately. The back is not exactly safe this time. So. Oops. Stun. Nailed it. We are going to Scales of Justice. I could have... I can't believe we got a second turn. Could I have invulnerability there? Should I have... I'm going to do it now. While this little skeleton breaks beneath the endless tide of stuff coming out of space. You really couldn't kill him, huh? Alright. I guess I'm just calling of Justice or Eternity next turn. Call of the Grave or whatever the heck it's called. Come on, Arthur. There we go. You're a king for a reason, Arthur. Ooh, we got some thick boys. I like thick boys. Bye-bye. Farewell, Maat. You served us well, Maat. I wish I could have gotten more Scales of Justice on you, but it is what it is. 12 stacks of wraps should kill this guy. Please? Yes. Good. Bye. Alright. This worked out okay. We will go with Gothar's Blessing, even though it really doesn't matter. Let's see what random buffs we got. Oh, look. Enhanced armor. Wow. That helps so much. Thank you. Bah. Alrighty. Not bad. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Alright, well. We have the Miraculous Pill here, which of course, it's not a Fable run if there is no Miraculous Pill, but as we've gotten farther down the Ascension line, I have grown to like this less, because minus 50% of your max health is a huge detriment. So we are in fact going to skip it. The Horn of Plenty is a phenomenal replacement just for more damage, but our goal here today is to delay, is to stall, is to be thick. So the Troll Beer it is. The Troll Beer it be. Now, we don't have a whole lot of funds in our pocket, but the game thinks I can level somebody up. Is he? Oh, it's level 4 Dobby. Fantastic. We'll take that. Sure. That'll do, buckaroo. We will go ahead and work out as well, which increases your... I don't know. I don't care. In fact, I'm just leaving so I can use all these tiers on the boss fight. I'm not touching the event in case something goes horribly awry, which it could. And then we skip all this crap that I can't do. And we make it to the end. To the champion of Ascension 16. Level 4 Dobby means business. He means business. He does a lot of damage. So with our team, I think we go and stick it to the boss. We have 68 tiers to use as we see fit. And, Maat will reach into the great void and pull out some great RNG. Right, Maat? Right! Our final champion is going to kill us all. It is none other than the Necromancer. The Necromancer is a pain no matter what build you are, and this bastard of a sage just removed all of my hard work immediately. Wow. How annoying. At least this time he's not healing her. But the Necromancer, she of course floats because she's the best. She attacks the back with an unholy amount of ice damage, which gets better as she loses morale. Guess what we do? That's right, morale damage. If you're thinking you can fight this boss without morale and have a good time, you're wrong. Because if you kill her friends, she brings them back as skeletal warriors. But if they run away, she does not. So it's kind of like a, which do you prefer? A fast death or a slow death? Now, I'm concerned about Maat here because I don't think anything we spawn in the back will survive. I just don't. But hey, there's double nature weakness here, which means the Necrolith wasn't the worst thing to spawn in the world. Joined by the Valkyrie, doing Valkyrie things. As she does, of course. 2 ramps. Oh dear. More crappy skeletons. You know, I didn't think there'd be this extreme level of anti-synergy. But there is. Okay. We're just going to double Divine Protection here. So now we get 1 more summon. Let's go. Roll the die, Maat. Oh, it was a pretty good one. This is a pretty good YOLO summon. I don't believe Amenhotep will survive. Nope, not even a little. But, that was our final shot, and now it's up to us to make the most of it. We have 1 more turn of invincibility. It went away so quickly. That is the Valkyrie defeated, which dominoes the Sage out of here, and thus remains only the Necromancer. It's not even worth solar eclipsing, so we will Golthor's Blessing to bless our final team here. Hopefully. It's a great victory. I think Dobby alone's got this. I think we've got it, team. Oh, that was sketchy. Did not like that. Yggdrasil even survived. Yggdrasil has 65% ice resist. That is mad. And Dobby, the level 4, the little servant who could, brings us home.
And then I bellowed, "This tomb will be your tomb!" Not bad, eh?
Not bad at all. That was a Maat run. That is my least used Sarcophagus, and it actually did so much better than I expected. I didn't know you could roll the rares, and every time they showed up, they made a huge difference. As to be expected from rare units. So close to level 16. So close. But we did it. I knew Toeris would be an easy one, and that's why. Which means next up is on Shanshu, but before then we unlocked a brand new artifact. 2, in fact, because, oh, this is what we bought. Ah. We unlocked this for bringing back, like, 3 more monsters to life via the Crystal Skull, so we got the achievement anyway. And that was the Berserker's Handbook, which served us well. Well, mostly well. I think it did okay. The brand new artifact we unlocked for completing Ascension 16 is an artifact available only in Ascension mode. Heroes gain 10 to all resistance and armor. Heroes. Heroes. As in the people we're fighting. Heroes. Why would I want this? You're not... You start the game with the Cursed-Eyed Negative Artifact. Great! Now, I believe the only way to get rid of an artifact is to have all slots filled. So if we're on Ascension 17, that'd be 4 artifact slots filled. And you would just replace it when you find the next one. So because we start with the Cursed Artifact, we will need to find 4 artifacts. And then the 4th one will be able to replace the Cursed Artifact. Which is not... gonna be great. But next up is Anshanshu. Oddly enough, Anshanshu can kind of counteract us with the blessings if we want to go on that path, but I do have a strategy for Anshanshu. He's going to be borrowing Toeris' old strategy of the RNG debuff build, and we're kind of just going to once again throw it to the Dark Gods of RNG of whether we win or not. So, that's the plan. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Toeris will be returning for Ascension level 20, and I'm going to be bringing a pure bombastic build with my favorite of the Sarcophagi, I think. We might use Horus again. I'll think about it. Thank you to the patrons and channel members who continue to support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if you would like to stay updated and happy on the channel, feel free to join the Discord in the description down below. Next time, my least favorite hero. Or maybe even second to least. Now, Lyra... maybe she took that spot. will take his final stab at the Ascension climb, and I hope to see you there. Bye!